Did you get a chance to watch the boxing this weekend? I know in this case it was a Puerto Rican and a Filipino, but we've seen Manny go against Mexicans in the past. What do you think?
Manny's a great fighter. I feel like he's got a crazy style, man. People call him a whirlwind. They call him a brawler, but nobody can figure it out. So, he's a great fighter. I think I don't like Mayweather that much. Really don't care for the guy, but I think Mayweather's going to be the only one that can beat Manny.
It's going to be a good fight style-wise. And, when you take it back to MMA, I think the really elite strikers who are, borderline sick have what Manny has, which is punching from all different angles, whether it's a guy like Fedor where you don't see the punch coming and the timing is awesome. And I think the best example, and I don't know if he can box on that level, but Anderson Silva seems to be at a point now where people can't see his punches coming, and it's the same thing with Manny.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people call me a brawler. They call me different things, say that I'm kind of loose, kind of crazy, and just throw punches from everywhere. But whatever you got to do to win fights, I think it's your own style. So people can say what they want to, man, until they figure it out. If they don't have the answers, that's why they criticize it, because they don't have the answers.
Yeah. As a striker, can you develop those kind of instincts? Like, is it the kind of thing that has to be brought out, or you just have it, or you don't?
There's a lot of things that can be taught. You can't be taught power, and you can't be taught a chin. Manny has both. Pacquiao has found a way to utilize both ways. He makes tons of mistakes boxing-wise, but nobody ever makes him pay for it because he has so much power. And I feel like those are just skills and attributes you're born with. If not, there would be 100 Manny Pacquiaos.
Exactly. So explain power, striking-wise, and we're talking about with the hands. Does it come more from the upper body? Is it more from the lower body, the legs, the hips?
A lot of people have always asked me after we spar or after any kind of session where we're hitting pads or anything, they're like, how do you hit so hard? And I'm like, I just throw the punch. I really can't explain it. I've heard several things. I've heard it's the back muscles. I've heard it's the legs. I heard you crust a bug on the floor, and I'm not 100% real sure where it comes from. Coach says I throw mine like a rock on a rope. He says, you basically just slingshot your arm out there, and the fist is the rock at the end of the thing, and that's why you hit so hard. So I think different people possess power in different ways. Some people can bring it from their legs. Some people can bring it from their arms. Like we keep talking about Manny Pacquiao. If you watch him, it looks like he's throwing all arm punches and he's knocking people out. So I'm not 100% sure. Every person has their own way.
As we look ahead to the fight, you used to be kind of the smaller guy, 155. Now you're a bigger guy. I always say, as I stand next to Leonard, that I'm kind of a fat, chubby guy, but I'm 5'9", 5'10". He's basically the same height in shoes. So what's it like when you go down to 45 and all of a sudden you got a guy like Manny who may be 5'4", 5'5", because obviously trying to strike with the hands is a little different than someone in front of you.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely an advantage for me. I love it. I like being considered one of the bigger guys. It makes me, come into the thing a little more confident. I know I'm going to be stronger than the guys just because leverage alone. So it's a big advantage for me mentally and physically. Like you said, you got a guy like Manny. I feel like I can hold him with one arm and punch him with the other. I don't know if that'll happen during the fight, but hey, man, anything to make it work, anything to use my reach is going to be utilized. So I love it, man. It's a definite advantage.
You think he's coming in with one goal in mind, and that is get you down?
Yeah, definitely. Why would he stand up with me? He's been knocked out before. I'm sure he questioned himself a lot after that. The problem is, it's like a boxer going looking for a knockout. 90% of the time when he's looking for it, he gets knocked out. Manny's looking for the takedown, so he might get knocked out. I'm not looking for anything. All I'm doing, all I'll ever try to do is hit the guy as many times as I can before he does take me down, if he does. And when I do go to the ground, I got some tricks up my sleeve for Manny, so I'm ready.
Okay. I would think the biggest thing if you're going to win this one, not only make sure you get your shots off and stay off the ground, but also stay away from the cage, because in the middle of the cage it might be a little harder for him to take you down if you're firing knees his way. But if you get him in a clinch situation, it makes it easier for him.
Yeah, definitely. I know I've seen a lot of his fights. I've seen his game plan. He tries to bull rush you against the cage and take you down. I do move straight forward and straight backwards a lot, so it still might be a problem. But hey, like I said, man, I got a couple tricks up my sleeve, and I'm not afraid of Manny on the ground. I think we both, possess good grappling skills. So, there's a difference between a guy who wants to just hold you down and win a decision and a guy who wants to win a fight. He wants to hold me down and win the decision. I want to win the fight. So I think that's going to be the big difference in the fight.
All right. Before we close, give me a read on the main event. Again, stylistically, maybe different guys going at it, and I think Aldo's a little smaller than Brown.
Yeah, I give size and experience to Brown, and I think with those two attributes, Aldo's really sporadic, and anything can happen with him, but Brown doesn't make any mistakes. I give the slight edge to Brown just because of that. He doesn't make mistakes, and I feel like I'm holding a personal grudge against Mike because he's beaten me. So I'd like to see him win. But on the other hand, if Aldo were to win and I win my fight, I think that would make fight of the year, fight of the decade, something between me and him. So either way, 50-50, I'd have to go 70-30 Mike.
Okay. I think the other thing you can attest to is that you have to hit Mike pretty hard to really hurt him, because you cracked him a few times.
I didn't get to hit him on the feet. I hit him on the ground. He said I hit him hard from my back. Of course, I was just trying to get back up. I wasn't able to connect with him standing up, but I feel like Aldo has the right power in his legs. He doesn't have the power in his hands. And like you said, Brown has a really good chin. So, like I said, 70-30 Mike.